All right, I think it's time for us to start. Okay, because it's already like 10:06, but I don't know, there's something wrong with the attendance count today. Maybe I was waiting for a while for that, but no issues. We shall start off with the session so that we will be able to complete on time. Considering you will also be having Nidhi ma'am's class after mine. Okay, so today what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at a little bit of fonts and layer effects, layer styles. Okay, so very firstly, how do you go about with fonts? So go to the type tool, text tool. This is the place where you type your text. Okay, you can make sure that while you are selecting your text up here, you select the normal version, that is horizontal type tool. Okay, go here and type down, some text. So let's just try it out. Let's say, for example, I'm here. Okay, if you want to go to a new layer, you can do that. Type the text. So suppose, for example, my text is my text. Okay, just increase the font size to make it visible enough. And this can be round about, I think 100 will do. Okay, a little more. Yeah, so I made it in this way, and this is at the center of the screen. Okay, now very firstly, this is a very basic font. Let's try out some fonts, different fonts. How do you do that? You can just select this and go up here and do down arrow to keep trying out your font with different variants to choose which variant is looking good. Okay, how did I do it? You don't really have to go and choose a font from there. Just click on it and use down arrows and up arrows on your keyboard, and what it will do is it will basically show you the variants. From here you can go about and choose which variant you want. Okay, so you can just go and you can select a variant style from here. Okay, so this is one of the things. Another thing that so suppose, for example, now these are few fonts. What about the other fonts, in the sense, if I need to do something else? Okay, so how will I go about doing that? Is some different font. Let's try to go online and search for some fonts. Let me just share my entire screen to you. 1 second. Yes, so this is my full screen, and up here I'll go to Google Chrome. Just give me a second. I'm entering Google Chrome. You can also go online. Okay, you will be able to find a few fonts to download. Okay, depending on what style or why do you require the font. Like, for example, if you want a font which is a little bit of floral font, you can go for that. You want some curvy design font, you can go for that. So just be like fonts. There's 1001 fonts also. You can just see. Okay, just be like font download. Okay, online. So what you'll do is you'll get to various fonts, like I said, 1001 free fonts or DAV font. You can just go to any one of them. These are free fonts which you can use and download. I'm sure few of you all are already aware about this. Few of you all might not be, so you can just maybe get along with me. I went to 1001 free fonts, and up here, I will be able to see and try out my fonts. Here are various kinds of fonts. You can see this, right? Okay. So what I can do is, if I just want to try it out, suppose I be like, rose. Okay, and what it will do, if I just be like, update, it will show me how rose word would look in these fonts. Okay, just a second. I think it's not loaded. 1 second. First one got loaded, remaining, yeah, here. Correct. Okay, so it's showing you a few fonts of how it would look. Depending on which one you want or which one you like, you can just download that font, and that font will be like, for your use. So suppose, for example, I just download this one. I like a certain font, I just go and download it. It comes in a zip file. Open this. Okay, up here you can find the PDF and a TTF form. Usually TTF and OTF are two fonts which are there in your font style, which you can use to download. So I'll just double click on the TTF font, and you find a button called as install here. So just click on install. Remember the name of the font, it's hanging letters. Now what you need to do, simply come here. Okay, instead of taking this font, I'll just open a new font type tool, and while typing here, before I type my text, just make sure this is hanging letters. Okay, and now try. um, like this. I can also increase the size, maybe somewhere around 250 now, so that it comes in this way. Okay, Yes, am I clear so far? I just downloaded a font online. I put it up on Photoshop so that I can use it. There are multiple fonts you can use. Great. Okay. Now this is, one way in which you can make your design very much artistic is most of the times the fonts that you see are not the normal fonts which are already available on your Microsoft Office and on your Windows. You would prefer to use something different to get a better effect out of it. So for that, one of the good things to try out is using its fonts. Correct. Okay, now let's try something else. Let's try something else on this. Suppose for example here is the Rose Day font and there is a my text. Okay, I'll first show you I can do, what all I can do with my text. Okay, is instead when you select my text, make sure this layer is selected, my text layer is selected, and from here go to styles. Go to styles. Instead of selecting normal, I'm just selecting my text and I'm gone to styles. So there are variety of styles I can apply. Just click on any one style. Did you see what happened? So usual my text versus the one that I get to see on my style. Correct. So you see there is some effect that is added on my text. So this is usual my text. I'm just eyeing it off so that you can view it. This is without the effect. This is with the effect. Understanding? So there's a difference. Okay. Let's try some other effect. Let's try some other effect. Let's just click on any one. So there's one more effect. Okay. Let's try something else. Next effect. Okay. There are variety of effects up here. You can choose which effect looks good. Okay, now this one, ma'am, you'll say, Arey, ma'am, there's no effect. No, there is one. You can see a shadow. You can see a shadow added, okay, up here, and you can just choose which effect looks good. These are all styles which are there in Photoshop. Okay, so these are like the ready, I can say styles which are already available. Like this is a few styles. Okay, it's just basically shadow effects and other effects up here, right? Okay, what are the other effects, ma'am, if I just want to add something else? So you can just be like load styles. You can download some style, and if you want to use it, you can directly use the style so that that effect would come up on the screen. Okay, like for example, if I just want to try out, I can just be like buttons, say okay. So these are some button styles. Okay, you can see these. Just a sec. See, this is another effect. Correct, you click and you try it out. Basically that's the way you go about with the styles. Okay, it's basically a few set of I can say effects which are there, and you have an option of which effect you want to apply on your text. So depending on what style of or what theme is going on, based on that you can choose a effect style and you can keep that. Correct, so this is another effect style. So choose the effect style which you like depending on the theme that you have. If you're not happy with any of the styles, so here you can go and you can modify. You can choose a view style from here, image styles or photographic styles, text styles. So you got text effects as well. So if you want to, if you know you are using text, you want some good text effects, so just click on these, you will get some text effects also. Correct. Okay, so you can set up which kind of effect you want to keep. Photoshop has some pre-default effects, but apart of this, if you want to download, you can go online. The way I downloaded fonts, you can also download styles online and just download the file and use the file up here as a load that image style up here, so that what is going to happen is that effect would be like used throughout. Now question, ma'am, what if I want to use a effect style, but I don't really want to use these custom ones. I want to make my own effect style. Can I do that? Definitely you can. So I'll do that with the Rose Day thing. Okay, so I'll just double click on this Rose Day or go to this FX option. Same website? No, Anugrah, no, it's not the same website. So up here you'll have to go and be like Photoshop styles, uh, download. You find multiple of them. Now depending on what color you want, maybe you can just be like red color. Suppose if I'm using rose, so red Photoshop styles, you'll find ASL files up here. Just have a look at the ones which are like see here, they will show it to you with the effect. So the one that you like, now you can just download those and you can use them. Okay, it will be very simple. Same way, double click and it will take you to Photoshop. You can use it from the style panel. Okay, so that is one of the ways out, right? Okay, now that you've tried it out, let's look at the one. If I want to create, if I want to create my own style, okay, I'll just double click on the Rose Day or go to this FX option. This is for layer effects. Click on this. You can choose which kind of an effect do you want. So there are a few effects which you can add Okay, I'll show you a few of them. Double click on Rose Day. Okay, just double click, you will get layer style option available here. If you want to give a 3D look to your Rose Day text, click on bevel and emboss. So can you see this is without the effect, this is with the effect. So there is an effect which is added, which is a 3D effect on your image. Okay, so this is very simple, usually used in layer styles. Okay, is that if you want to give something to stand out, excuse me, on some effect to stand out, you can use a bevel and emboss layer style. Okay, now up here you will find options like opacity, how much you want it to stand out. Okay, so I can just maybe, you know, reduce the opacity or increase the opacity, as you can see. Correct. If I increase the opacity, what happens? The image stands out more. Okay. Apart of that, you also have more options, like for example, how you want it to blend and all. So there are variety of, you know, layer mask options and texture options which you can try out. So you know, again, the best way, as I mentioned here, is go about and modify. You'll be able to see. Okay. So see here, if you want to give this kind of an effect, like a wallish effect, so there's a texture here. You can choose which kind of pattern you want. Okay, and it would apply that pattern. If you don't like it at any time, you can just check this off and the effect would go away. So layer style is basically when I apply this kind of an effect to make my text look more different. Okay, then comes you know, the variety of other styles which are there. Like for example, I can just go stroke. Stroke is to give an outline. So look at this, without the stroke, maybe you can have a look at these. Okay, and just with the stroke, you can increase the style of the stroke. Suppose if I want to make it a little more thick, something like this. Okay, just to make it stand out, you know, it looks good like this. Okay, or maybe change the color. I don't like this color, maybe I can have a red, but I don't believe red looks that good. You can pick up probably something like this looks, I believe, nice. Okay, or like, you know, a darker shade I picked up of red, and this would look good. Are there only limited patterns available? Or again, you can go and download many online. Same way, Photoshop patterns download. You can go and you can download as many as you want. So you know what you should do always? Go online, search. If you like something, you can download that and use it. Even top advertising companies do that. Okay, fine. So we've done that. Yeah. Now picked up a certain style. So suppose now this one is the one that I like. I can also change the blend mode. Blend mode is how it blends with the background. Okay, I can choose a blend mode from here. I'll just show you. I am moving it down to see the effect. See, look, this is the normal one. I moved it down. Can you see a change? Can you see the change? Look at this. This is original. This is original. I'm just moving mouse down to show you. Dissolve looks how, darken looks how. This one I believe looks really good. Multiply effect. Okay, it goes well with the background. If the background is a lighter shade and the text that you are trying to darken is any dark color, like for example black color or maroon color, the color that I picked up, so it will give you a good blend. Okay, so that is you know, one of the things you can try. Plus there are many more. You just have to move your mouse and keep trying. Okay, you'll get multiple effects appear. Based on whichever effect you like, you can just choose that effect and that effect would you know, work. Correct. Okay, so if I speak of what exactly stroke does, stroke will give you an outline. So whatever my layer is currently, whether it's a gradient or whether it's a pattern, you can choose and you can give it an outline color. So like this, you know, you can, it will show you. Okay, now what other kind of outlines, ma'am, I can give? So apart of color, you can give an outline for gradient also. So I can just give it a gradient outline. Okay, now gradient colors you can choose from here if you want, like this. Okay, if you just want to make it a little bit some kid kind of part, and I want to make it look, you know, stand out, I can use this gradient effect also. Okay, but if I want to create my own gradient, suppose you know, this is not looking very cool, so I want to make my own, I'll double click, say new gradient. Okay, set up a gradient name, I'll say red effect. Okay, and double click on this red effect. Okay, here you can set up a red effect, how it will look. Let's try it out. So suppose for example, I'll move here, I'll give it a red shade. I'll start from say this color. Okay, so this is my beginning color. Then suppose after 50%, I want the color to become a little like, you know, see right now it's red to white gradient, right? Okay, let's add a gradient stop here. I'm just clicking on this to add a gradient stop. Here I'll say I want the color to be little, you can say, darker shade. So you can see this is a lighter shade versus a darker shade. Okay, so it will basically go, you can choose whichever shade you want actually. Just, yeah, see. So red, little medium to pinkish, and then suppose for example I want another red. So again go back to red. So it's red, pink, red. I don't know whether you can see it. It looks like this. Red, pink, red. Let me try some other color to make it more evident to you. Look, red, pink, and this is a little more darker pink. Correct? Or more brighter pink, you can say jet pink, girl pink. Okay, so this is how it is done. So red versus peach versus pink. So you can create your own gradient style depending on the various color schemes that you've learned. Okay, so last time we had done monochromatic and tetradic and so many other color schemes. So have a look at the chart, whichever color style you like, you can actually pick that up. Or else just go to color libraries and you will be able to see which colors look good together. So just choose, from your, if you are not able to understand anything. Okay, so just pick up, it will give you shades of a certain color. Suppose for example, this is one shade. So depending on which shade you like, I can just click on any one and it will give you shades of that color. And then from there, you can just use a picker and, pick this shade like that. So that is possible. Correct? Okay, so that is how the gradient editor works. Again, if I don't like any gradients, I want to pick something online, feel free to do that. Be like, gradients download, you'll get another set of package of gradients which you can, use, and that will be really good. Okay, so that is about gradients. Apart of that, you have patterns. So, you want to fill it up with a certain pattern. So here are a few patterns you can use. So this is like, just giving you a, what do you call it, shiny effect if you want to give it. So this is like one other kind of thing that you can do. Okay, plus as I mentioned, try blends together. So I just increase or decrease the blend size. So have a look. um, just have a look at which one looks good. Probably maybe this one, or it would completely depend. Maybe this one looks good, or it would depend on what you want. Okay, apna Photoshop is very versatile. It can do whatever you want it to do. Okay, so just make sure that you are happy with what you're doing. Okay, so yeah, colors, again, just coming back to the same one. All of these can be downloaded. Oh, so you are asking about the patterns? Yes, patterns can be downloaded. I was originally this, and I was saying that probably I can use this one. Okay, any other doubts so far? Anyone with any queries so far? Like the other patterns, the gradients and textures. Yeah, gradients can be downloaded. Os. Gradients, so you don't even need to download. You can create your own gradient with, if you know the color codes also, you can create your own gradients. No doubts from Jeet. Okay, other people? Are there any doubts? No doubts, Nishita, Yuvraj. Okay, cool. So, yeah, even Anushka has mentioned. Great. Anushka, I liked the artwork, the assignment that you sent. I really liked it. Okay, fine. Yes. So moving forward, we've done stroke. Let's move to the next one. Okay, see, not necessary that you will use all the layer styles together. Zaruri nahi hai. You like something, you use it. If you don't like it, you can remove it. Eye off, it will go. Okay, let's try shadow. Inner shadow. Shadow within the text can be called as inner shadow. So look at this, without the effect and with the effect. See, the best way to try out is always use without and with effect to see what happens to the text. This is usual effect, and this is with the style what is happening. Correct. Okay, so you can go to inner shadow up here. This is basically it adds a shadow that I can say falls just inside the edges of the layer. It gives you a very you can say recessed appearance. Okay, so for that you use inner shadow. Okay, ma'am, difference between inner shadow and drop shadow. We had drop shadow also, right? Here we had drop shadow. Yes, we had a drop shadow. Can you see this? Without drop shadow, with the drop shadow. So there is inner shadow and drop shadow. What is the difference in the two of them? So when I say drop shadow, you know what happens? It's basically falling behind the content of the layer. Behind the content of the layer, you can see a shadow effect, that is drop shadow. For example, have a look. Have a look. I'll change the distance. I think you'll be able to see it much better. Have a look. Can you see this? I have changed the distance of the shadow. Okay, this is without, like, it is with the shadow only, but I'm just making the shadow more evident by pushing it a little behind. Can you see this? Look at this. This is without the effect. This is with the effect. I'm sure it's evident. Yeah, so basically when something is hanging, you see a shadow behind it, you actually feel like it's hanging. Okay, so you can give this kind of a drop shadow effect. Also spread would give you like how thick you want the shadow to be. This is a thicker version of the shadow. This is a lighter version of the shadow. Look at this. This is a thicker version of the shadow. Correct. So the more I increase the spread, the more thick my shadow will look. Okay. Then the size of the shadow definitely, like, if you want to just merge it, make it like this, but it doesn't really look good. Some effects it will look good, like for example, if this was not hanging, if this is like a center text or something like that, if I would have given that kind of a backdrop effect, it would have looked really nice. So yes, the size of the text would, or size of the shadow will matter. Okay, if I don't want the shadow to be so evidently visible, I can reduce the opacity of the shadow, so it would look a little bit light. Correct. Okay, this is a little darker opacity, this is a dark opacity, and this is a little lighter, I can say, opacity. So the shadow is there, but it's opaque. Opaque means it's transparentish. So you can actually set ideal opacity of a shadow is somewhere between 75 to 80. Okay, this is the most ideal you can say opacity. Okay, also reduce your spread. It should not be so big, but yeah. Okay, I hope the difference in inner shadow and drop shadow is clear. Let me try out inner shadow also for you. This is inner shadow. Again, in inner shadow, if I want to give it a distance, you can see this is inner shadow. It's within the text now, hence it's called as inner shadow. Okay, you can change the color of the shadow. If I don't like black, I want it to be like reddish. So you can see this. The red effect which is shown within the text, this is done by inner shadow. Okay, you can pick up a little brighter shade and you can get this kind of an effect as well. Okay, and then definitely you have angles, like for example, I don't like this angle, I want to keep it on this side, so it'll feel like the light is coming from that side. Okay, whichever side you move your angle to. Correct. So you can keep it like, see which effect you want to give or which effect you like uh, your. Okay, so that effect would come along. Okay, plus distance size and this size, so you can just maybe if you just increase the size, the effect will become rosish. So the color originally was white. Okay, I made the color to be a little rosy color by increasing the size, putting a shadow, increasing the size of the shadow. Okay, so yes, you can try out this as well. Fine, are we clear with inner shadows, drop shadows? Don't try out exactly the same numbers that I'm doing. If you remember, if you understand, I'm not really like setting up कि आज मैं size 100 ही रखूंगी या distance 13 ही रखूंगी. There are people who do that. Okay, try to make it a little bit you can say versatile. Just try to move the gauge and see how it is looking. The one that looks good is good, simple. Don't look at the perfect numbers. There are few people who be like, no, I want distance to be 15 because in that website it was 15. No, don't copy something. Just have a look at how it's looking good on your side, and you go about with that. Okay, fine. So I think inner shadow is done. Let's move to glow. Glow is if I want to give a glow effect. So let me just try out. I'll show you outer glow first and then I can go to inner glow. I'm just clicking outer glow. So I'm sure you can see this. This is without outer glow, with outer glow. Okay, with outer glow effect. Now, how would this make a difference? Let me just increase the spread and show it to you. You can see this glow effect. Okay, so if you do without the glow, it will look like this. And if you do it with the glow, you can see the change. Correct. So without the glow and with the glow effect as is visible. Correct. Okay, now it completely depends on whether you want to put a shadow or you want to put a glow. Usually you don't put both of them together. If you already put a shadow inside, or sorry, you can go inner shadow, outer glow, it will look good. Okay, but if you have already put a outer shadow, then again putting a outer glow will not make sense. Understanding, it will look like it's either light or dark. You can't have both at the same time, right? So choose what looks good. in my case, I was happy with the drop shadow Yeah, really sorry for that. I think there was an audio glitch from my side. Yes. So I was saying that don't do shadow and glow together. Okay, it will either be a shadow or a glow, not both. So if you, since in my case I've already put up a shadow, I'm not putting a glow again. But I had showed you that if I was putting a glow, how it would look. Correct. So that's what the outer glow effect does, right? Okay. Then there is color overlay. So if I just want to overlap this with some color, I can use color overlay panel. So in color overlay, you can see the color is completely changed. So then the shadow effect will be useless for you. Okay, but if I want to give it a color, here is it. I can go and I can choose a color that I like, and that color would be, applied on the entire text. Okay, so this is direct color overlay. Okay, plus if you want to blend it, you have options here. So I can just give you a blend effect. Okay, so the behind and this, I want to blur or blend it together. So that I can do. Correct. Okay, so this is that effect. So overlay, and these are few effects that you can try out depending on what you like. Okay, so darker shade, lighter shade, you can choose from here. So this is color overlay. Just give me a second. All right, so I mentioned about color overlay. Okay, also if you want to try out a gradient overlay, so on the top it will come like a gradient. Choose the gradient that you like I had created a few here, so I can just choose any one from here. If I like any of the gradients, I want to use that gradient here. You can use gradient effects as well. Correct. Okay, and that effect will be visible to everyone. So that's one of the things. You can keep it. If you want to make it evident, you can take an evident one as well. Okay, so choose a gradient style, right? Okay, Nishita, I don't usually keep any add or unadd options up here. People join the meeting, they directly get added. There's no waiting room. Nishita, there's no waiting room. That person can directly add herself back. There's no specific option for me to add her. Okay, fine. So yeah, I did gradient overlay. Yeah, no issues. Then there is pattern overlay. So if I want to give it a pattern again, no issues. So pattern overlay is there, and you can just maybe select a pattern that you like, and that pattern will get applied. Right. Okay, so if you want to give this kind of a effect, you can choose pattern overlay, and whichever pattern you like, you can just pick up that pattern, and that pattern effect will be applied to your theme. Okay, so that's how I showed you variety of I can say topics on layer style. We were just doing various types of layer styles. So you can choose, see, preferably don't choose all the styles together, because it will just goof up the entire effect style. Okay, if you have a ready style, directly pick it up. If not, you want to make it customized, so here are few blending options that you have to use, or you can use. Like for example, when I say satin will give you like a inner shadow effect. Okay, to kind of make a rusty effect, you can use shadow satin effect. Plus you have inner glow, so inside if you want to give it like a glow feeling, okay, you can use inner glow. Again, here you can merge with the properties. Like for example, here I can just make it a little more evidently glowing. Like this is like without the glow, this is with the glow, so I'm sure you can see the difference. Correct. Okay, so yes, the idea is trying out various kinds of layer styles and how you can go about using it. Not necessary you'll pick up the same font as mine, and mine was just an example. But yeah, you can pick up any fonts. You can do whatever you want. So what I would recommend is, maybe for an assignment for today, you can take a background, whichever background you like. Take a nature background, or take a floral background like the one I did, or just any background, and on that write your name using layer styles. So I need you to write your name. Plus, I want you to try out the various kinds of layer styles which are there. Don't use a font which is already present. take a font which is like, you know, little different. Okay, it should go with the background, and try to do various kinds of layer styles, make it more attractive, and send it to me as an assignment. So maybe you know, I could have a look at it, and I could you know, suggest you back what you can do further. Correct? Okay, so with that, I'll stop here. The topic was layer styles. Okay, because I don't really want to I have just like 3-4 minutes left. I want to look at if doubts there are any doubts with any of these layer styles. All right, no queries, right? Okay. Cool then. So I would suggest you that whenever you're practicing, also try out the other options. So I have done only a few basic ones because the syllabus covers very, very basic things, considering I also need to, like, you know, make sure that I'm finishing the semester one portion before the examination. So your the course structure is such that I can just show you the little basics of the module. I can't really get into the depths of it. I mean, there's a lot more to learn, but you know, it's a little difficult for me along with the time frame to complete it. So what I will be doing is I'll be showing you the basics of each thing. I'll give you good examples and stuff, and then, you know, you can explore it on your own, and you can go about with it. Okay, in case of any queries, feel free to connect back, so I'll, like, you know, help you guys out. Okay, so yes, we will stop here for today, and hope to see you all connected for the next class. Next class would happen on most probably Saturday. Okay, and share the link with Rupal for this. Even the recordings, usually I'll upload it and inform Rupal so that you can just have a look on the links. Right? Cool. Yeah. Fine then. So see you all on Saturday. Thanks for connecting. Bye bye.